Hello, I'm back. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. I had a pretty good one. I actually met a client at work, and we had a meeting, and it was all very fancy. But I'm just glad to be home now. Glad I've got some more time for Oxygen Not Included. So yeah, we're going to jump in. I actually have some energy today, so I will jump right in. So I like how my base looks from afar. I think it's going pretty well. So on Monday, when we last played this, just a sec. There we go. Yeah. So on Monday, when we last played this, we actually built our sulfur cooling block, and it worked pretty well. The block worked well for cooling down the sulfur, but also just dumping it out here in these vents through the mesh tiles also really worked. So we're going to leave this alone for now because it's working. I think there are ways to make it more efficient, but the important thing is that it's working. So I'm going to just start properly distributing all the sulfur around the base, and probably just add all of the Sweetle branches, because we've got all these critters, we might as well give them a home. So that's what we're going to do today. And we'll see what challenges we run into with all of that. So, first things first, we need to actually break in here and turn this into a steel actuator. So hopefully someone will come up here and do this. Currently it's overheating because the thermal conductivity of this room isn't great. The steam is heating up, but it's not quite hot enough to run these turbines at the moment. Could probably put some temperature plates in there as well. But yeah, overall the actual sulfur part is working pretty well. Like you can see, the sulfur's coming in here. At the moment, there's no water for it to cool here, so it's coming in at about 160 degrees. It's coming through the block, which is being actively cooled right now. It's coming out about sort of 70 degrees, and then when it's actually dropped on the floor, it's about 20 degrees. So you're going to try and keep this block as cold as possible, because I think some of the waste heat is going into the atmosphere at the moment, which is not ideal. It's not too bad. But yes, we need to make sure this can work constantly. And yeah, that's handling all the sulfur from 3 geysers. So something else we can do is... This is going to require 2 auto sweepers. Yeah, let's watch this first. So I think some of the steam is going to come out here. Nah, it seems to be... Yeah, it is coming out. Okay, that's fine. It's going to leak a little bit of water outside the base, which I'm not too concerned about. And yeah, someone needs to come in here and fix this immediately. In the meantime, I don't think the other people in the base have too many things to do, so they can catch up with some of the other errands they've had. We'll see what they end up doing a bit later. But yes, this is definitely the way to cool sulfur. It's much more time efficient than circulating it around on conveyors. It probably doesn't have to be quite this big, but I've got a lot of sulfur coming through here, so I didn't want to skimp. But yeah, we've got loads of steel, so we'll just make that. Put that there. In fact, what is going to happen with the polluted water? So in the meantime, that's just going to go on the bypass, so it's not going to get cooled, but that's absolutely fine. Just give me a sec. There we go. Yeah, because unfortunately we have let some polluted oxygen here, but the actual heat is actually keeping a lot of the gas out. So if we can get this done really quickly, that would be good. So I'm actually going to yellow alert this. Okay, you've got the steam. Yes, just build that immediately, and then we'll brick this in again. And hopefully not brick you in with it. That'd be unfortunate. The game seems to be running pretty well today. I don't know why. I noticed there was a lot of dust on my cooling stand. I've got to dust this room a bit more, I think. But yeah, I'm quite impressed. I don't think this will overheat with the steel. I've had cases before where you build a gold aqua tuner and it overheats a lot. Like, the temperature of the aqua tuner increases a lot. I think the steel is just better at dissipating the heat out of the aqua tuner, as well as having the higher overheat. So if you have the spare steel, I would recommend it for these. If you've got a case where there's not a huge amount of thermal conductivity in the room. And we've got all these valves here, so... yeah, that's probably fine. So that's working right away. Knowing you, you're probably gonna... Actually, before we build these, let's set these to priority 1. Just sweep everything out of here, because I don't want to leave, like, a ton of gold amalgam in here. In fact, I'm just going to yellow alert this. There we go. So I don't want to come back in here. Like, we've actually done a pretty good job at keeping the polluted oxygen out, and I don't want to jeopardize that, really. Yeah. Look at all this sulfur just sitting here. Solid room temperature. And the aim of today's stream is to distribute that to all of our ranches, and probably just to lay out where the rest of the ranches are going, because I have no idea. I worked it out yesterday. We're going to need... Okay, look. Now's not the right time for that. I looked it up yesterday, and I think I'm going to end up with 52 branches total. 36 for Sweetles, and 16 for Grubs, and they're going to eat all this sulfur. Well, Sweetles going to eat the sulfur, and then the Grub's going to eat the sucrose. And then the sucrose gets put in the sludge press. We're going to have to build a gigantic sludge press room as well. That's going to be fun. And then that will get turned into water, which will electrolyze. And then the dupes can breathe all the oxygen. And it should be enough oxygen for 40 dupes off of the 5 sulfur geysers on the map. So that will be interesting to see if I can actually get that working. That's the aim of this playthrough. Right, is that all done? There's a tiny little bit of gold. I'll let you grab that as well. I imagine you're probably going to grab that before these get built. You're just going to do this. Oh, don't be like that. Someone's going to do this. Yeah, you're coming into it. That's good. We have a few dedicated storage people now. They do need to go to the gym a little bit and get some exosuit training. But generally not too bad. Okay, that works out pretty well. So you can see this is getting hot, but it's not actually getting as hot as the gold one did, because the gold one was getting to about 240 degrees, and this is getting to about 170. So I think steel aqua tuners just do dissipate their heat better than gold ones. But yeah, this is all working now, so this polluted water is getting nice and cold. There is just about enough conductivity in these lead tiles to get the temperature pretty even. The temperature isn't spiking too much in the block. So hopefully that means all of the sulfur pipes are getting the same amount of cooling. But yeah, I think we can leave that for now. This isn't going to be running at full capacity anyways, because some of the sulfur geysers are going to be offline, dormant for a little bit. But yeah, now we can actually focus on distributing it everywhere. So that's going to mean auto sweepers, it's going to mean lots of things. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I just see like some minus 40 degrees air? Oh, this is space. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That's another way of cooling stuff, just putting it right next to space. Okay. I think we can make these out of lead. Now, unfortunately, I can't quite fit one auto sweeper for all of these sulfur tiles. So what was the base level? Because I want to line it up with the actual base itself, just in case we end up expanding the base up here. Yeah, so that's going to be the ceiling of this room, which is fine. This room doesn't need to be big. So I think I'll just put one in each corner. Whoops, that was the wrong button. And then they'll overlap, and I can put a loader in here. And then this will load all of the sulfur. And I don't think this actually needs to be insulated, so I am just going to build this out of regular tiles for now. Might as well put some doors in case I want to restrict access. I'm going to need some power for this. I'm going to want solar panels as well at some point. That's probably one of the next projects to work on. So in terms of consumers, this line is currently just running the thermo aqua tuner. So we could probably hook up the auto sweepers to that without issue. So we'll just send that wire around here. And just connect it like this. That seems good to me. It's so nice to actually be finally doing all this stuff with the sulfur. Like, that was the aim of this playthrough. I played the DLC a little bit, but I've never done anything with sulfur or sweetles or grubs. And I'm very satisfied that we're actually getting to that part. I usually like to play on speed 1 just because I like watching them fumble around, and the game seems to, like, they spend a lot of time thinking on the higher speeds, so I feel like stuff doesn't actually get done a lot quicker for me, the higher speeds. But it means we just get to watch these guys stumble around a lot. But yes, we actually have something to do today. So this conveyor line will just have an absolute load of sulfur on it. So we already have, I'm going to put 4 more Sweetle ranches here. We have 5 down here that we've been using for food and stuff and things. There's some farm space to the side. There's also some kitchens. I'm going to have all the kitchens in this sort of quadrant. And at the moment, it's just a load of grills because we're going to have a ton of meat and a ton of spindly grub fruits, probably. Because we're going to have some spindly grub fruits. Like, there's no point having this many sweetles and grubs without doing that. So, I'm just getting some interactions. I think we're alright. But yeah, we're going to have room for 9 and 4, which is the right sort of ratio for converting the sulfur into sucrose, and then eating the sucrose. Because you'll fit 6 grubs in each of these ranches, and you'll fit 8 sweetles in these ranches. So you end up with 1 grub for every 4 sweetles. And it just about works out. And you can take that whole arrangement and multiply it by 4, and I think that's the total amount of sulfur I have on the map in the geysers. So I guess I'll just start removing these plants, because we're gonna need to take over this space. And then I'm gonna have to figure out where the other ones are going. I'm also gonna have to make sure that the sulfur is all getting distributed to each ranch. Because there's going to be so many ranches, it's going to be too much for the dupes to handle manually delivering stuff. So, yes. This is definitely going to be an automation or shipping themed episode. Well, stream. It'll be a shipping themed episode rather than watching on YouTube. Right, and we can just start, once those are removed, we can start putting more stuff in. We just have some pincher peppers there at the moment to consume the excess polluted water from this geyser. Because it's current, like, we usually pump it to thimble reeds, and at the moment the thimble reeds are working because the base is cool enough. And these aren't working anyways. So we may reshuffle some of these plants about, but generally I'm just like using the extra ranch space farms, because you can put the door here with the tile. These guys won't climb out here, and it'll just keep them all in this neat and tidy area, but they'll still feel comfortable. They won't be cramped, and then it just means you've got the space for farms. But yeah, it looks like this area is actually cooling down a bit. We are cooling our oxygen, which is coming from these spawns, so this is nice and chilly. So I wouldn't be surprised if the base started to cool down a little bit, especially once we start actually bringing cold sulfur to these plants. Yeah, that's looking pretty good actually. It's not looked that green for a while. Anyways, what's the yellow alert? Oh, yeah, you didn't need to sweep those. Sorry, I didn't even notice that. Probably been super annoying. But yes, this is nice cold water now. tiles are dropping in temperature a lot. So the sulfur is coming out cold again. So the gas in this room is cooling down again. Yeah, it seems good. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll get the ranches up and running first, and then we'll sort out the conveyor. So I'm just going to duplicate what I've done for all of these. You don't really need the airflow tile, it's just to make sure this room is 96 tiles, otherwise it would be 97 at this width. I'll have to keep an eye out and see if anyone's idle. We don't have anyone on the other planet at the moment. We sent Morbius back here because he was kind of just digging stuff and there wasn't really a lot of purpose to it. He's a loner, so he likes doing that, but I think he's happy enough helping everyone out here at the moment. So we've got 29 dupes. We're looking for a 30th. It's probably going to be a rancher, but to be honest, I'll take anyone. We're going to end up with, if my computer will handle it, probably about 80 dupes at the end of this run. I'm going to come back to all these chutes later. I'm not really happy with how they are currently. Because the other thing is, we're absolutely going to need a way to send eggs here automatically once these ranches are like starting to lose guys, because guys will die off naturally. And at the moment we've been manually wrangling guys from this room because it's been convenient. But if we're going to have 52 ranches, then we can't really rely on that. And that's what these notifiers are for at the moment, is to let me know when I need to wrangle another guy. But I don't think that's going to be the long term. But we'll do it for now, just to make our lives a little bit easier. Because I think what I'm going to need to do ultimately is set up some kind of drowning chamber for all of the spare adults we don't need, because there's going to be 300 critters more or less total in these ranches. Is that right? 36 times 8 is 288 plus 16 times 6. No, closer to 400 critters. Good grief. So we're absolutely going to need to save some frames. My computer's going to melt. Although today it seems to be doing alright. I think it does a lot better when it's not roasting outside and it's reasonably chilly. Well, not chilly, but like not heatwave today. Which I'm sure the fish are appreciating. But yeah, this is going to be a bit repetitive. So what I want to do is I basically want to take the concept for this column and just stick 3 of them in other places on the map. And I'll just stick them wherever they'll fit and transit tube to them. Because this one fits nice and conveniently in our main base, but we are ultimately going to need 4 of them. And this one has a CO2 geyser in the middle. We still need to find a use for this. I don't think we are going to have a use for that. Let's see. I don't want a narcoleptic again. I don't need you. I really don't need the doctoring. We'll just take shovel legs. I'm gonna skill everyone up. Actually, we are taking on new dupes, so I should skill people up while I'm waiting. Yeah, because we can start getting more people towards exosuits. Give some more people digging. We have plenty of morale. I'm not worried about morale. We have loads of things. Yeah, you can have tidying. It's pretty good. So we're going to need power for all of these as well. And at the moment, I'm hooking these all up to the main base grid. I'm hoping these aren't going to end up overloaded, because they only turn on intermittently. But if we have enough of them, it might cause some issues. And I'm going to need to set all these wires. Should just be able to copy the settings over. So yeah, we just want 8 sweetens. Or lava. And these storage bins, I've got them in there just in case we need to manually shift some eggs, but we're not actually using them, so I can probably put something else there long term. So we need this to be sulfur. Yeah, it definitely feels like the game's running better today. It could just be me. Okay. So this is Sweet Branch 5. So this is... I can actually copy this across and just change the numbers. So this is 6. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced they fixed all of the bugs related to ranching in Dispersion after having played it, but I don't think it's gotten any worse. Let's see. Yes, you just need to build a few more things. We could probably tile over these. So we're just going to have to deconstruct these hydroponics one at a time. I'm not going to bother with the ones over where those chutes are. Those chutes are for distributing sulfur, but I don't think it's working correctly. So I'm going to rethink those chutes. Because I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use a weight plate here and a chute here. And then if enough sulfur is on this tile, it will just close the chute. And just don't let anything else build up on those tiles. I think that's the best way I can think of to do it. Okay. Yep, now everyone's relaxing, so that's all good. How's this going? Yep, the metal tiles are at 20 degrees. We aren't getting too much sulfur at the moment. We're not getting too much water either. The electrolyzers aren't running at full steam because the steam vents aren't running at full steam. Which makes sense. And I think this actual aquatune has been running for a while now. So I'm hoping that's taking some of the heat out of the base. Yeah, it is a little. Yeah, I'm not going to refine any more metal for now because we have enough iron, we have enough steel. And ultimately I want to set up that gold volcano on the other planet, but I want to get the sulfur stuff done first. So this is just going to be sulfur. Which they really need to put in agriculture already. So we have some sulfur coming from this geyser. That is at a reasonable temperature because this sensor is set to a reasonable temperature. I'm just going to set this to 30 degrees. We've got loads of sulfur upstairs at the moment, so this could just supplement what we're already doing. It won't be relevant until we've literally got all the ranches up. But what I can do is, I think instead of having it come down here, I'm going to have it come from above, because that's where most of the sulfur is. But I think this is actually going to require a little bit of planning. Because this block here should be enough sulfur for 2 of these. So let's actually go to... There's the geyser priorities. Don't think geysers that I've already studied have priorities. Oh no, they do. I just want to see all the geysers, really. So it's that view. That's not really very helpful. Just trying to think about where I can actually fit these blocks. I could probably fit one here if I demolish the slime biome. Because we could go right next to the teleporter. You could go around the oil wells. Hi Neo, how you doing? And then it would stop short of this oil well because it wouldn't take up all... This space wouldn't be taken up. So that would work. So I think that's where block 2 will go. I don't think block 3 will fit in here. I could probably fit a block 3 here. There's no geysers here. I might be able to fit blocks 3 and 4 here, in which case the sulfur could come down here and then could go across to each block. They can split off. So I think what I'll do... is I'll have the conveyor go down here. So... just have the conveyor come straight down here. This is going to take a lot of metal. And then... I'm going to run it above the base. I think I will. We know this is going to be the roof of the base, so I think I'll just run it above there. We'll run it past the polluted water, that's not a problem. Now, polluted water will be the same temperature. And then... yeah, then this can come down here. And then what I think I'll do is I will bridge across like that. And then we will actually remove this storage bin. Which currently contains sucrose, but eventually we'll solve that. Oh, right, yeah, these guys don't eat the sulfur. Yeah, okay, so there's no point in really doing that. They should get a separate line for sucrose. So let me think. What I can actually do is this. So we take conveyor, go down like this. We'll have... just skip past this conveyor for now. This conveyor contains the eggs. We'll just completely bypass it. We'll go straight down here. And I think I'll put bridges in here as well, because we're going to have the eggs come straight out of here. So, like this. Yeah, I'm just going to unpause and let them keep building. Yeah, we removed all those hydroponic tiles as well, so we can replace those with regular tiles. So then we'll bridge this. I'll get rid of all of this. I don't want to have it snaking around the outside. This was kind of a stupid system that we didn't need to make. So we can just deconstruct this whole line. We'll reuse this metal. for something else. We'll actually just for now have this go up. No, that's not what we're trying to do. We'll have this go up here to be up with the main output. No. Yes. Yep, so up here. I don't think that will have any bridging problems. Because it's all going to come off here. In the meantime, we'll remove these hydroponic tiles. I'm sure I'm going to forget something important and all the sweeters are going to end up underwater or something. These ones can stay... well... I'll change these later, they're not relevant for now. But yeah, I'm going to deconstruct the critter drop-off and the storage bin. And we're gonna do some jiggery poker in this area. Yeah, there we go. So we're not using these anyways. Okay. Let's go and add these tiles back. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and do it with weight plates. Let's set these to 9 just so that someone actually does these. Yeah, I hope you've been having a good day, Neo. My day's certainly good. I've just got too much, too many work projects I'm trying to close out at the moment. This old work keeps coming back to haunt me, but it's not too bad. Yeah. So let's see. I think I have to shoot here, and then automation-wise, I can put a weight plate here. And this is all in range of the auto sweep. I think this is probably the best way to do it, and just sweep everything that isn't. Oh, you're not going to let me actually build it on top. Crap. I should install that mod that lets you overwrite tiles with the various things, like the hydroponic farms as well. That would have saved some time. They should really just incorporate that in the game. Yeah, there we go. And hopefully this isn't going to let a load of sweetles into the packing tank. Well, that says it's currently outside of a room. That's because some tiles have been demolished, so that's not a problem. Let's see. These ones are all for eggs. So, yep. Let's load those. We're going to need to move the notifier. So we'll just deconstruct all of these. I guess we'll have to reset these all later. So the chute is going here. So notifier goes there. No, instead of doing that, let's put put the notifier over here. Right. Let's speed to it. Still no one's got around to doing this. I'll need to rebuild those forges at some point. We'll build the textile loom here once we move these oxyferns. Because we're going to move these down and we're going to have bristle blossoms here eventually. But yeah, what we can actually do is automation wire. Yeah, you don't actually need to deconstruct the wires. We'll just have the wires go across like this. Oh, it's nice seeing them all working on this so quickly. Oh, yeah, all the sweetles are dropping down into the bottom branch, so they're probably all going to end up in here. That's fine. So automation-wise, we need a weight plate. So we'll just put those here. And this is how we'll control how much sulfur enters the room. So I tried doing it with conveyor receptacles, and I don't think I really understood how those buildings worked. So we're just going to do it with something that I do know how it works. And we're going to need to wrangle all of these guys as a matter of urgency. And then... Oh, yeah, we need to put the critter drop-offs first. That makes sense. So that would be in food. I guess I'm just making this all out of iron. There is loads more iron on the map, so I don't mind digging it up. Yeah, that's alright. And then the actual chutes will go here. Yeah, that seems fine. Then we need notify here. Well, there's no eggs in here, so the Paku are fine having a few neighbors for now. Yep, that could go here. So I guess I can replant these plants for now, because I don't think we're going to need to use that space after all. Yeah, you guys probably have a lot to do. But this room seems to be working just fine. Like there's a little bit of polluted oxygen here. Maybe if I turn this pump on for a sec, it'll actually get rid of that. Yeah, I think it's mostly going. Yeah, that'll do. That should help the steam turbine out. So we just want to set this back to what it was before, which was 8. And Sweetles and Sweetle Lava. So... There. There. didn't change any of the things. So I need to start the notifiers again. So because we changed all these anyways, I'm just going to set this to number 1. So Sweetle branch 1 idle. There we go. And then we can just copy that down. Change the numbers. So I have some intro and outro music that I play when I'm like on break and stuff. I'm umming about whether to play some of that during the stream. Like if I'm doing something particularly sort of repetitive, I'm kind of thinking I might do that. Because I remember once when I did that huge sleep beat farm, like I literally spent like the whole stream just pip planting like 100 sleep wheat. So I just had the music on for a little bit. It's annoying me that isn't working properly. So let me know if it's something you're interested in. I might actually make it like a channel point redemption. And that way people can put the music on for a little bit. Because I don't want to do it all the time, but I feel like it's a nice option to have. I actually had a copyright strike, not a strike, a claim the other day on one of my YouTube videos because of the music. But I had attributed it correctly. It was just a random company trying to make a claim. So it got overturned pretty quickly. Because I just talked to the guys that I got the music from, and it was fine. Not that I'm making any money off my videos anyways, but I just thought it's the principle. Right, so we're getting notifications in, which means things are finishing. So we won 2,000... Well, actually, what we want is we want this to be full. So we don't need this to actually be set very high. So maybe if I set this to like 100, that will do. Then we can just... So it sends... Let's see, send green signal if below 100. I think that's appropriate. Actually, I set it to below 99. That way, this will shut off when there's 100 kilograms of sulfur there. Yes, I think this is what I should have done from the beginning. So let me know if you can hear any of the noise in the background. There's some kids playing. You probably can't because the noise cancelling is quite strong already for all the stuff I have in here. Yeah, so there you go. These should all be red once they're actually built. And I think once these are actually built, we can start dropping the guys off. And we should be able to start dropping them off up here anyways. So let's just start doing that. Here we go. Not sure how many critters that was. Wow, we have a lot of calories. What happened? I guess we actually cooked a lot of food. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what happened. Everyone was actually available because we didn't have any construction errands queued up. So they just cooked all the food. Well, that's good. It's good that we actually have some food in the freezer for a change. We definitely shouldn't have anyone with uncommitted food. Yeah, this bit's nice and cool now. Okay, I like it. this probably isn't going to be running flat out all the time. I'm just trying to get it as cold as possible. Yeah, that feels pretty good. So I'm going to speed to it again because it's downtime. And hopefully this means people will start deconstructing the old lines, because I'd like the extra metal to be used elsewhere. So we're going to deconstruct this one as well. Yes, this is going to go straight up there. Who's idle? And then we're actually going to want to send the sucrose elsewhere. Because these guys are going to produce a load of sucrose. So, we want to. I think what we want to do is we want to send it to the kitchens first, so that we can cook with sucrose if we need to, and then send it to the guys. So what that means is we can just put the sucrose on the existing eggs line. What is this? Oh, we were going to have like a Dreco ranch here originally, and we just got rid of it. Okay, so we can deconstruct all this as well. That's nice. So that will all go to the kitchen, where it will be cooked with. So I'm going to want to change the kitchen line at some point anyways. But for now, this is good, because we're going to need to hook up these stoves to the kitchen line. So, food. So what actually goes in here at the moment? So we have edibles. We have all the eggs. So, do I want another line specifically for sucrose? I think the answer is yes. I have a conveyor loader down here that's not doing anything at the moment. But, I don't think that one's going to work. I could fit another conveyor loader here. Or, what I could do is I could just set... So this conveyor loader is currently set to meat. So the meat is being sent to the kitchen. Oh, yeah, because that's where the animals are. What I could do for now is I could put... Oh, crap. It's not quite reaching over there. I'm going to put another water sweeper here. I can, but it doesn't reach there. I could put a conveyor loader here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be lazy. And I'm going to put the conveyor line for the sucrose here. And this just means that I don't have to build another set of loaders here to push all the sucrose up. Because we wanted to go to the kitchen. Or actually, you know what? At this stage, I think it makes more sense just to put a loader here for sucrose. I think it actually does. We'll just do that. That makes more sense. This is not sensible. So... So this is going to be the sucrose line. That's going to come up here the other way. Oh yeah, we're going to need all these bridges here as well. Christ, this is going to be a lot of metal. If nothing else, it should help regulate the temperature in the space. Blimey. Yeah, there we go. And then I'll get rid of these. And keep the critter drop-offs where they are. Then that can just go up here. And keep hooking all this up as well. Yeah, like this. So we're actually going to have two conveyor lines right next to each other. It's kind of interesting. One's going to be carrying sucrose, one's going to be carrying sulfur. I'm not sure if there was a better way of doing this. But yeah, we can put chutes in and weight plates, so let's do that. So deconstruct, deconstruct. I don't feel like I've given you guys too much to do, so maybe you'll actually do a decent clip today. Just put chutes in. Notification? No. Oh, no. There we go. I kind of stopped doing this halfway through. There we go. And then this can be number 7. And then we need to set all of these weight plates, so they will be set like this. Okay. Let's set these to priority 9 just so they get done. Not bad. And I'm going to want to sweep all of this. So let's just get that done. Actually, how's the conveyor? Okay, we've got a big conveyor for the sulfur. So that is currently stopped. Okay, I think that's just loading all of the weight plates. Yeah, I'll have to go back and sweep anything that wasn't sulfur, but that is already loading them. Okay, I think this is actually working really well. Although you're currently grabbing sulfur and putting out the plants. We'll probably do that at some point. Okay, you guys should be wrangling all of the sweetles. We got a random grub in here, nothing. Got a few in there. Okay, that's fine. But we need to set these to also move sucrose. So, consumable ore sucrose. That can be added to all of these. That conveyor loader will be sucrose only, and that's already powered, so that's good. could actually put something there and move that loader here. Thoughts? Oh, the printing pod's been available for ages. I probably completely forgot about that. Well, I'm mostly looking for ranches. Your bonuses aren't amazing, but you do have extra strength, you do have extra agriculture, which I guess is good for a rancher because you're going to be farming anyways. You've got a lot of farming skill, though. But I don't think we want to decrease construction. I think we just take nails. I'm not going to think about it too much because we're going to hire enough dupes that it's not going to even matter, really. So you can have building now because you're actually interested in building. And you can head towards ranching. So, nails, I guess you can have a bit of a mixed skill set. So, I guess you can do this. We still have some extra skills to do. We're going to have so many dupes that it's just going to be annoying skilling everyone up. Yeah, you can have farming. Yeah, we've got 30 dupes. So I'm not going to hire any more because we're kind of stretching the limits of what we can do water-wise. But that seems like a pretty good start.
Thanks for the follow.
Hi, thanks very much for following. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But yeah, thanks for following. At the moment, sulfur is up because we've got a load of sulfur from all these geysers. There's 5 geysers on this map, and they're producing a lot of sulfur, and we're gonna feed it to a load of sweetles. So we're actually doing that. That was like the main objective of this playthrough. Like I found this map with loads of sulfur geysers using this very helpful website. And I just figured I'd do it because I've only played the DLC a little bit, and I've never actually ranched these critters before. So I wanted to make a base that relies on them. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Enjoy the fact that I have some free time to stream again. I always like playing this game, and I've just been quite busy with like housey DIY recently. So like I had to do this scene on my bathroom, so I haven't really had much time for games. But we are back. So streaming wise, I've been streaming since December last year, just before Christmas. So not too long. I played this game for a bit longer. I have streamed some other things in the past. I've streamed some Noita. I'm interested in streaming Stellaris, and I streamed a bit of Super Auto Pets, but I feel like there's a bit of a saturated market at the moment, so I'm probably not going to stream that again. I just secretly enjoy spending my free time on it. Yeah, so these ranches are all empty, so we still need to wrangle all these dudes. But Dyson Sphere Program's another like sort of factory automation style game that I'm interested in streaming, but I just need to make sure that my computer's doing well enough for it hardware-wise. So I'm going to have to investigate that a bit. And I've got loads of stuff to do in this game at the moment. I played it for about 1,200 hours, but there's always more stuff to do, and they keep adding more stuff at a faster rate than I can get to it. So, yeah, very, very happy with this game. And I'm not sure whether it's on sale at the moment or not on Steam sale. But yes, hopefully you guys will build these weight plates soon, because I need to get you back in here. But I suspect at the moment you've all been deconstructing those old conveyors that we didn't want to use. Yeah, so that's all done. So all the sulfur from the geysers, we're pumping it through this insulated pipe. It comes out about 160 degrees. We're running it past this water vent that occasionally erupts, and that will raise the steam to a high enough temperature that it can go through the steam turbine. And that's how we're getting water from this thing. And then if this is cooled, great. If not, it goes into this big block, and we have this sort of huge cooling setup here with some polluted water that's being chilled by this thing, and then all the heat is going into these steam turbines. And they seem to be handling the heat really well. I think I did the math. I think I did the maths pretty well. But what we're doing is we have all the sulfur that is going up here in these little pipes, so it's cooling right down, but it's not breaking the pipe because it's very low pressure. And then it's coming out here and it's immediately solidifying. Cool. And then we're shipping it to the base. By the way, maybe I can help you out with some Twitch branding graphics or some of the designs. Yeah, I'm absolutely up for that. I recently got some emotes and stuff. So I have some emotes for now, but I'm definitely open to ideas. So if you want, feel free to have a look. Yeah, here's Discord. So feel free to go on there. I'm not sure what the best place to post that sort of stuff is. I might make a room for it. Or maybe or you can just maybe whisper me on there for now. I don't know. But yeah, I'm absolutely interested in stuff. Right, I think we're building. Yeah, so these have all triggered, which means the weight plates have been built. So we need to hook these up wire-wise. I didn't finish all of these. Okay. So we need the chutes. There we go. They fit nice and neatly, and then we can set this to below 99. I don't think it really matters what I set them to, just so that it turns off the chutes if there is stuff on there, because all the sulfur should end up in here. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. I'll have a look at that after the stream, and I'll yeah, and I'll have a look. Right, we can get these guys back in here now. So, do you have you played this game before? Is it something you play a lot, or is it something you're interested in getting? Because they just released, well, they released the DLC back in February that was early access for a while, and that's currently the stuff I'm playing around with. But they're always updating the game, like sometimes fixing bugs, and sometimes just adding new stuff. What is going on with you? That is not normal. You're just kind of hovering there. I don't know, maybe it is me. Yeah, alright, I'll see you later. Right, so it looks like the sucrose is being picked up, and it is going... It's going on the egg line. So that is all heading down here. So let's just watch it and check that the sucrose is going to the right place. So I'll speed to it just quickly. So that's getting dropped out. It's not getting swept up because this needs to be set to sucrose. So there we go. Yeah, so now all that sucrose is going up there, and then that's going to get it all dropped off. Okay, I think that's all working correctly, so I'm not too fussed about that. Right, I think this is mostly done then. So now we just actually need to fill these rooms up. So the grub's already full. We just need to add more sweetles in here again. But I believe most of these guys have been wrangled. Got one dude here. These rooms are... Well, this room's currently got an extra guy in it. But I don't think that's actually a problem. Well, we'll take you and we can put you in here, I guess. It's just the food farm. But yeah, I'm just gonna grab a load of you guys. So the next thing to do is figure out how to drop eggs off in there when the count of critters is below 8, because we need to make sure that we're not wrangling dudes all the time. So all the eggs are getting dropped here, and we have 2 conveyors. We have one that is going to the freezer. That's not exactly what we want. We have one that is going, one that is meat that is going here. So we don't really have room for a third one, do we? Well, we have a crafting station we're not using anymore, so I think we can put a third. And I imagine what will happen is I'll probably end up putting a 4th one. And it's all just going to look very, very messy. But I think what I need to do... So this is currently sending a red signal. So I think what I'll do is I'll have it send a green signal to one of... Can I automate these conveyor loaders? Yes, I can. I'm wondering if there's some way of doing that and setting it up with automation. So, yeah, I'll have a think about that in a minute. Is there anything else to do in the meantime? Let's see. So those plastic ladders were built. We have more plastic again. I think I still want to keep going up here ladder-wise, so we'll just keep extending these ladders up. Yeah, that will do. So these aren't working at the moment because sulfur isn't being consumed. That is fine. I'm pretty glad I've just actually had some time to sort this out specifically today. So, the next question is, how much does an egg weigh? Because I'm probably going to want to drop it out of this chute here and remove these chutes. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to actually select an egg, aren't I? Yeah, so Sweetle eggs have a mass of 2 kilograms. So the mass of an egg is actually quite low. About grub eggs. Yeah, grub eggs are also 2 kilograms. So we could probably do it. Okay, first of all we need to sweep all the non-sucrose or non-sulfur up here. So that's got 100 kilograms of sulfur at the moment, and that's it. So that's fine. It's really chugging that. So you're not going to move, are you? Come on. Come on, just let me look. There's got to be something under there, because it's only 78.3 kilograms, and this is triggered. Oh, okay. So the Sweetles actually add to the weight. That's annoying. Because do I even have any sulfur on this one? I do. I think I generally end up with the right amount of sulfur on there. I don't think there's any guarantee if I use that weight plate to send an egg there. I don't think there's any guarantee that egg is going to get dropped off here. And I do have room for another chute, but the issue with that is I can't fit that where this bridge is. It's not necessarily an issue. Ooh. Okay. That's not ideal. Oh, I should have clicked the more info thing. It was probably something to do with wrangling critters. That's usually what causes the game to crash. Let's load back in. That was not ideal. So it's interesting how when it captures this game, it doesn't show like the logo and stuff at the start. Okay, let's come back in and have a look. This is another reason why I want to stop the wrangling. I used to have people just auto-wrangle in that room on, like, just with the thing. But the problem with that was, like, they were wrangling the critters. And it was just messy. Like, they were wrangling critters and they weren't getting dropped off. So it was very inefficient. So I want to do it with just the eggs. Right. We should be back now. Why isn't it showing? Why is it actually not showing the view? Hold on. Oh, there we go. I think it just tabbed me out. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's stop wrangling quite so many dudes. We'll see if it crashes again, and we'll see what it says. I get the feeling there were just like a dude was trying to wrangle a critter that was already wrangled or something. Because I have had crashes occasionally, and almost always it's been when I've set some wrangle commands. So we'll just get the branches full again, and then we'll drop them off. But I guess I didn't actually tell them to wrangle like hundreds of guys, so understand. Oh no, there we go. So that has actually crashed again. Chore begin provider is null. Work chore capture provider. Well, I'll turn all the mods off. And I'll try again. But, yeah. I really hope that the game just isn't going to crash anytime I try and wrangle a critter. That would kind of ruin the plan. Because we need some critters to be wrangled. Right, let's try again. Yeah, it doesn't seem to usually show the loading window. Man, I'm gonna be really annoyed if it's been like going really well and then like, I just can't continue to save because it crashes. But I've disabled the mods, so that should help. Right, you're gonna load back in? Hello. There you go. Right, let's cancel all of those commands. And just try wrangling one or two of them. People will be fairly busy anyways, so this should be fine. I'll turn the music back on if we crash again. So we got 6, 6, 6, 8, 8, 3, 0, 0. It's probably about 20 critters needed. At least at the decency to crash fairly early on in the in the day. That a bit annoying otherwise. So there should be some deliveries, but I think people have just wrangled them all already. Ooh, it had a bit of a pause there. I do like how I just have a random puff floating around as well. Just having fun. Yeah, let's deconstruct the crafting station. And then we'll just put another 2 loaders in here. I think realistically we're going to need all these loaders if this is where we're dropping off all this stuff. So that is currently the meat line. So what I'll actually do is I'll deconstruct this, copy that setting across, and then we'll turn the new one into the egg recycler. And then eventually that means we should just be able to murder all of these guys instead of having a load of critters running around eating all our frames. Yeah, I'm just going to wrangle these guys nice and slowly for now. It gives the dupes some time to do other things as well. We've actually got loads of grubs in here now. That's good. Well, it looks like for the most part we've avoided the crashes. But yes, we absolutely need to find a solution to the wrangling so that we can avoid similar situations in the future. So eventually we're going to wrangle these guys and they're not going to get dropped off anymore, which means we'll have filled all the ranches. But it looks like most of them are full now apart from these upper ones. So we'll just keep doing this nice and slowly. What time is it? It's only 8:30. We've got loads of time. So my only real aim for today was to actually get the first block of ranches completely finished, and then we're gonna multiply it by 4 and put the others in different places. Wow, we've got a sage hatch in here. That's hilarious, because I'm cooking all the sage hatch eggs. So, it's amusing. And my microphone's got a funny angle. There we go. That's better. Right, so this can be set to meat. And I'll just have this wire go up here. And then we'll add another one here, and we'll do something else with this one. So that's freezer stuff. That's meat. So this one could be the eggs. Yeah, so turn that one off. How's it going? Got 8 in here. 8, 2, 0, 5. So definitely some more sweeties needed. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do for now. I do wonder what people are actually doing now that I haven't got them building loads of stuff. Must be doing something. Must be get you straight to exosuit training, I think. Farming for you. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is once these ranches are full, we're just going to murder all of the critters in here, and we're just going to get the eggs set up. And hopefully that will improve the performance enough so that we can justify having all of these ranches. Because I just don't think I can have a room full of infinite critters anymore. Like, I have an actual freezer, so I should just use that instead. There we go. Must be getting pretty close. Wait. Why are you setting... Oh, these aren't even set, are they? Yeah, so set green signal if below 8. Yeah, so it's just these ones left. So 5 and 3. So we just need another 8 sweeties. Be more like 7. Let's just select a few manually, just to get out of the way. Yeah, that should do. Okay, so long commutes. What have people actually been doing then? So people have been traveling for construction supply, for ranching supply, mostly cooking, mostly ranching. I guess you just have a lot of, well, you're going to be doing a lot of ranching. Absolutely. But there was also a load of food just lying around on the floor that you've now actually cooked. So that is good. So the other thing is, I tried letting all these guys out and it was kind of annoying because I couldn't really corral them back in very effectively without just wrangling them. But if I send them to tend these plants in here, will they need repeat tends? Or will they just stay growing as regular grubfruit plants? Because these ones are all regular grubfruit plants, but they're all being continuously tended. Whereas these ones, I let them in very briefly, and I don't think they actually tended any of them, because they all look like spindly ones. But if they will be permanently tended, then I'll definitely let them through and do that. Wow, we've got so many people now. I guess we are actually using all of the beds and all of the vessels now. It's quite good. In fact, we got 30 times 6.6, so that is 200 grams, 200 kilograms per cycle of polluted water just coming from the bathrooms. These guys are consuming 100 and... how many? 160 per cycle. Yeah, so we had the foresight of 2 plants, so these are consuming all the stuff. That's good. Okay. So I think something else I wanted. A lot of eggs are going to end up in here. We're going to send some back into these ranches automatically, but a lot are still going to hatch here. We're going to have excess animals. So, one thing I was thinking of was having a line for eggshells that was going to go to our rock crusher, but I don't think this is the permanent setup we're going to have for that. I mean, we've got a rock crusher in there for now. I'm not sure I want to commit to that yet. So let's just have a think about the eggs. I think the first step is probably taking these conveyor bridges and putting them here instead so that we can bridge across here. Can we even do that? I'm not sure. It makes a very satisfying noise. Because eventually we're not going to need the notifiers. I think what I actually do is I remove these airflow tiles and I put the extra egg chute in here, and we just put those airflow tiles somewhere else. Like, I'll just put them here. Might as well actually double layer it. This is where all the vents are anyways. So we're going to need to deconstruct these. And then at least we have space for the extra chutes. And then I actually just need to figure out the automation. Yeah, I like that. And then this vent pipe can actually go up here as well. That is absolutely fine. Why do I just have hot crude oil in this pipe? Just running through my base. That's not good. How long has that been doing that for? I guess I've done it because there's a slime biome here. See, the thing is, there's no slime underneath there. There is slime underneath there. Do I actually care? I don't think I do. Let's disconnect this pipe. I don't want hot oil just running through the base. Oh, I removed pliers. I uninstalled pliers. Okay. Let's deconstruct this. We'll do an unmodded thing tonight just because we've been crashing. Put these back in. We're absolutely using up all the iron. We'll get rid of these airflow tiles. I like the idea of keeping the notifiers in anyways, just in case because it'll tell us whether our setup's malfunctioning or not. And I need to be able to have these ranches operate without me thinking about it, otherwise I'll never get anything else done on this map because there's going to be too many of them. So we're going to need the chutes here. There'll probably be a way of neating up the conveyors very slightly when we duplicate this. So what I should do is I should have the critter sensor. I should have the critter sensor operate the chute, exit, and the auto loader. But then the issue is we're going to have a load of critter sensors that are all hooking up to one device. Okay. Let's hook this up first. So for now, we're just going to do this. And we're just going to send it to the bottom and then just have it go back up. Ah, that's annoying. Oh. So we're going to need a bridge. We're going to need it to bridge off here. Or what we can actually do is we can deconstruct these, bridge it, pop each of these ones. Yeah, here we go. I really hope I'm not actually going to run out of iron doing this, because I had 70 tons of iron when I started. Perhaps there was a better use for 70 tons of iron. That's not right. And I should probably... no, that's definitely not right either. Okay. Can I actually just yellow alert those ones? Let's see. Because that's kind of breaking the existing line, and I don't really want to do that. So... let's get that done as well. Yeah, it shouldn't take you too long. But then what that means is we can just send this line straight up. And this definitely isn't a yellow alert, this one. Okay. I guess that one didn't have to be a bridge. My bad. There you go. So then it's just going to be the automation. So the eggs can't be loaded Let's take a printable before I forget. I don't want any more dupes, so curative tablets it is. So we want to make sure this doesn't load until one of those things activates. So we're gonna have 13 automation wires coming on. Is that really what we're gonna do? I think it is, because if any one of those triggers, then we will need this to work. And then only the chute that is connected to the critter sensor will work. So what we can do, because this is a red signal when it's not working, so we can just hook up automation wire like this. And that should be fine. Okay. Because the issue is, if we have the egg on the conveyor, then it's going to be losing viability every day. Oh, but wait, what happens if the egg cracks? If the egg breaks because of zero viability, doesn't it just turn into raw egg, i.e. doesn't it crack itself? Like, it doesn't actually spoil the contents, does it? It just doesn't grow into a critter. Because that may be what we actually want. But no, because then the issue is, instead of having alive critters, we just have eggs in the ranches waiting to develop. And that's not what we want. The only thing is, we're going to have at least one egg in here no matter what. I think we want the eggs to always be raising in viability so that we minimize the downtime of the ranches. So we don't want the eggs in the loader unless they have to be. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this all out. Anyways, are these all full anyways? I think they are. That's good. And this is literally only a quarter of what we're actually going to be doing. So if I set this to eggs. Actually, first of all, let's test this. Let's just put an automation wire here. And that will send a red signal. And if I then change it to eggs and it gets loaded, then that shows that we can't control whether it's loaded or not based on the signal. But yeah, none of these is set to eggs, is it? Let's check. What is this? Yeah, that's not set to eggs. This is just set to meat. So none of them are set to eggs. So we can just set this one to eggs, or the specific eggs that we want, and we can investigate that. So let's priority 9 this. Oh, the only other thing is, this is gonna pick up eggs until the room is full. So we definitely don't want that. Oh, how do we stop that? Because otherwise we're just going to have a conveyor full of eggs that's going to keep breaking and spreading raw egg everywhere. Oh, this is starting to hurt my brain. Oh, and this conveyor... What is going on here? Something's not right here. We've got eggs. That's probably the problem. No. Literally, what is going on? Like, it should just be... We need to put another bridge here. Why is it built? Why is it blocking up here specifically? Oh, Christ. This bridge seems to be the problem. What if I deconstruct this? No, that was not the problem. Oh my god. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm turning pliers back on. I'm turning pliers back on. We need to investigate. Apologies. Right, mods. Pliers. Good grief. I will understand at some point. I've just never done this whole mass automated ranching thing before, where it's completely automated. I am very confused. Right, let's try this again. No. Okay, so that conveyor is broken. Let's just make sure it's not just me screwing up connectivity. It was, there was a conveyor connected here. Yeah, now everything's working. Yeah. That's why I have pliers, because otherwise, like, I'd have literally spent like the whole stream trying to figure out why it broke. Yeah. So I think what actually needs to happen is I need to set up automation here that fires a pulse that activates this for exactly 1 second and then deactivates it for 200 seconds. This is definitely overthinking this, but I'm kind of interested in solving the challenge in this stupid way. So let's try it. So the first thing is, we have 13 different critter sensors, and if any of those critter sensors goes off, then we need it to activate the loader. But first of all, is this loader actually working? So it's currently got a red automation signal. So let's set it to eggs. Okay. Okay, I get it. You're loading up with eggs. That's a lot of eggs. So it dropped off 10 eggs. So the bad news then is it's not the conveyor loader that needs to be automated, it's the auto sweeper that needs to be automated. Well, that complicates things, because we need this one to work anyways. I think there's anywhere I could really put another auto sweeper. I'll pick up that chute. I could change what a chute is and put an auto sweeper here. I think, yeah, so that's what we're going to need to do. So, deconstruct this. There is absolutely no guarantee this is the best solution to this problem, but I'm interested in solving it regardless. So, what needs to happen? This chute needs to be moved over here. So that chute needs to be swapped with this loader, pretty much. That's fairly straightforward. You can keep that auto sweeper there. So deconstruct those conveyor belts. Deconstruct that. Okay. So we need this chute to go here. So if you disconnect that, then this conveyor rail will go here. And then this is loading the freezer, so I can just bridge over. And it's fine. Oh no! Ugh. We have failed. Try again. all the sweet legs have escaped. Okay, but the good news is that they're being dropped off in the branches, so they're being loaded back onto the other conveyor. So they should end up back in that room. That could have been very annoying. Okay. But yes, I might as well move this as well and put that there. And then we have room for another loader here. So we can just reorganize this like so. Although no one's currently going to do that. What other construction tasks do you have to do? Let's see. Not too many. It's just the lines at the moment. Okay, that's fine. We only actually have 3 tons of sucrose left. I did work out this is the correct number of rub grubs for the sweetles, but we may be consuming excess sucrose with the cooking at the moment, because we are making a lot of grub fruit preserve. That's probably fine. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything else is broken, so that is good. We have been making some more plastic, but ultimately we're going to need a boiler for that. I suppose what I could do is I could start clearing out the space. Although that's going to be complicated because we've got slime biomes and we've got crude oil. So that is not ideal. Yeah, we're going to want to deconstruct these 3, and we're going to want to put an auto sweeper here as well. I think it's time to have some Pepsi because my brain is kind of frazzled. Yeah, it seems like the material distribution is actually working. We just need a way to not have to wrangle guys anymore. Because the wrangling is painful. And I probably should have picked a room to do this in under my research room, but I mean, whatever. The spiffy overalls. What skills do people need? Digging. Yep. Tidying for you. Tidying for you. Tidying for you. Yeah, that'll do. I'm just glad we have a lot of mechatronics guys now. This makes things a lot easier. And then this can go here. We'll do something with that at some point. Then we can put another auto sweeper here. And that one is the one we're going to automate. With the wire. So I know that we can do it with like ore gates, but that's going to take up so much space. I'm trying to remember if there's a way to do this without ore gates. So to test that, let's have a line here. Just put some regular switches on it. Because I basically want... Is this actually going to work the way I think it is? Yeah, so if it gets a green signal, it enables the building. Oh, yeah. This is going to need to load this conveyor. That's going to have to be where the eggs go on. Because it can't be accessed by this. It has to be accessed by this. I completely forgot about that. I'm sure we'll use these loaders for something. I don't know. Actually, maybe what we'll do instead of this is... So that's currently the meat one. So we're going to have a conveyor loader here. So this is the egg line. I think what I'll do is I'll move this line up here. Have it come down here. deconstruct all of that. These guys must be bored of me wasting all their time rearranging this. Yeah, this will be the meat line here. So come down here like this. There's probably a way of doing this with sensors as well, but instead of having multiple conveyors. But I'm not sure we have enough stuff where that makes sense. I'd rather just have the multiple lines and keep everything on its own line. It's kind of like a Dota Sphere program where you have conveyor belts, like you have a different conveyor belt for each thing. And you can technically put multiple items on belts and sort them out. But I don't really want to. Right. I hope none of these are set to X. No, none of them are. That's good. The Auto Sweeper is actually helping out with all the building, so that's nice. We're probably going to end up with some misplaced eggs somewhere. I'm perfectly happy with that. So this is going to be the new heat line. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens with this automation then once we get this wire finished. Because basically I just want to have a situation where if I get a single green, it turns on the thing. So let's flick these all off. Okay, so that's literally what that is. But what we need to do is we don't hook it straight up here. We hook it up to something that fires a pulse every minute. So I can just have a huge automation line that I connect. So that is going to go all the way through here. This feels so wrong. But I think that is actually the correct solution. And then what we'll do is we'll disconnect that. We'll disconnect all of these. Deconstruct the wires at the end. I just want to get this template right so that we can duplicate it for the other branches. Because I do not want to be faffing around with eggs forever. So deconstruct these wires. Okay. And we can hook it up like this. So everything's going onto this one spine of automation wire. Oh, no, that's not right. That's not right. Because I need the critter sensors to work independently of the main line. Oh, God. Okay. This was the project for today. It is fine if it takes some time. So long as a solution is reached, I am happy. So what actually needs to happen is automation bridges. Yes. This is this is I have decided that I want to die. Man, today has been a very thought-intensive day. Because work, I've had several different projects to work on. And a lot of them have required some complex maths and figuring stuff out. I learned today that if you have a function, like a graph function, like y equals x squared, you can actually calculate the length of the line using differentiation and integration, which is really cool. And you can do that with any function that you have that you can express in terms of x and y, which is really good because I have a sinkhole that I modeled the dimensions of with a deflection equation. And then I was actually able to calculate the length of that line, so I could see how, like, there's a pipeline underneath the sinkhole. And I could tell how much the pipe had extended lengthwise because of the deflection. So, yeah. So we're actually going to hook everything up like this. So it's going to be an independent line from the critter sensor going to the chute. But they're all going to be connected to this one line. So that if any of them activates, the line activates, and the autosweeper activates a pulse. I think this will work. And at the very least, we could build this all out of lead, so it doesn't matter if I'm wasting a load of resources. I feel like this is actually the most complicated thing I've ever made out of automation wire. Hold on, what happens here? I think I just do this here. Yeah. Okay, so that gets built. We hooked it up down here with the 3 switches, I guess. And then we set up a pulse. So what the heck do we use for that? Probably something we haven't researched. Let's have a look. I don't know. It's not multiplexing. Buffer gate, filter gate. It's probably one of those. Okay, let's just build those. And then I'll figure out what to do. So, the buffer gate sends... Let's see, can I put these... Yeah, I can put these just behind these. So that's good. So the buffer gate outputs a green signal if it's receiving a green signal. Continue sending a green signal for an amount of buffer time. Okay, that's not what we want. Only lets a green signal through if the input has received a green signal for longer than the selected filter time. Continue outputting a red signal if the green signal did not last long enough. Blimey. Don't think it's a memory toggle. Counts how many times a green signal has been received up to a chosen number. When the chosen number is reached, it sends a green signal until it receives another green signal. When it automatically resets, begins counting again. I don't think that's what I want. You know what? I'm literally just gonna look this up. I'll be back in like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just gonna have a quick break, and I will come back when I figured out how to do this. It's just gonna be a lot of me going and that's probably not gonna be very interesting. So I will be back shortly. And I may be getting something to eat. Also, I really need to update my fish tank footage because the tank looks very different now. It's a lot greener. The plants have really grown. Yeah. See you in a bit. Okay, I think I found what I'm actually looking for online, so I will link the page and I will build that design. So let's go back to it. So let's see. Didn't actually take too long to find, which I'm quite pleased about. So yeah, here's what I'm looking for: a single pulse generator. And I think option number 2 is what we want to go for. So this is actually going to use a XOR gate. So let's see. It's going to use a XOR gate, and it's going to use a filter gate. So what we actually want to do is, I think I'm just going to put it here. So the filter gate goes here. And the automation wire comes in here. And the filter gate is set to the duration of the pulse. So we have the original signal coming through here. We have the filter gate signal coming through here. And then we have the XOR gate, which will activate if exactly one of the signals is green. So if they're both active, it won't work. If neither of them is active, it won't work. But if exactly one is active, then it will work. And that's what we want. So that will just go like that. And that's all we need to do, I think. Because I'll disconnect this while I'm actually demonstrating it. But yeah, we'll get that all built. I feel like I've really overcomplicated this. But at the same time, I'm just intrigued to see whether it actually works. So, we're going to investigate. We're going to investigate further. And in the meantime, they're going to build all this automation wire. And the Sweetles are going to be happy. And sulfur is continuously being dropped off in these rooms, off the conveyor. So that is working as intended. And the sulfur isn't very hot because it's coming out of the machine cold. Like, this sulfur is coming out cold now. This sulfur is coming out cold. I mean, this metal tile is extremely cold now. So it's actually cooling down this area, I think, which is good. And this isn't even running anymore, which is also good. So the sulfur part, I think we're done with. It's a bit annoying that they keep walking on the weight plates, but I think it works well enough that it's not actually a problem. Unfortunately, these guys don't have quite enough sucrose. Yeah, because it's all down here, and then it's all just getting munched. But yeah, it'll take them a minute to build this, and hopefully it'll be hidden behind everything, so we won't see it. Yeah, that's where the phosphorite is. We've got a load of Sweetles down here that we didn't want. I think I'm probably just gonna... Who's starving? How are you starving? Let's just make sure you actually eat. I'm not sure why you're starving. I'm pretty sure you're not anemic. Yeah, so now you're gonna eat, but there's only some... It's just a small amount of surf and turf. You're gonna need to eat a bit more than that. There's plenty of food in the freezer. I guess you're just grabbing all the spare food and eating it. That's probably not very time efficient. Well, at least you're not starving anymore. Hmm. Fertilizer will be made. I guess we have been using it. We've been fertilizing all these farms down here. So that's good that we're producing enough that we can replenish it. And I guess that's where a lot of our extra food is coming from at the moment, because we are actually starting to store up calories, which is really nice. I'll move the mic a bit closer as well. I feel like I've not been talking into it properly. But yeah, I think I can start attacking most of these guys. Because A, we've got the facilities to cook all the food now. And B, we're going to be shuffling the eggs around soon. I think eventually we're going to need a dedicated drowning chamber, but this is just to demonstrate the principle actually works. For now, we'll still have some excess critters in here, and we'll just periodically murder them. What's the gas map looking like? So it's mostly CO2. There's a very small layer of natural gas, and there's a very small layer of hydrogen. That's fine. Yeah, you guys are going to be doing a lot of zapping. I don't think these critters fight back. Another good reason for keeping these guys. Yeah, so priority construction. I want this circuit to be completed first, just so I can test the pulse generator. But I can see why this would work, because if this is active, it will get the signal from here for 1 second or however long I set this filter gate to, and then this will turn on, and then both of these will be active and this will turn off. So we can set the filter gate length to determine how long the auto sweeper is on for, and we only want it to be on for long enough to sweep up a single egg. So this can be set to Sweetle and Grub eggs. So now we should have, let's see, we have a load of eggs in here. We've got this thing active. So if we set this to 1 second, and we flip this, it sends a 1 second pulse. And then it briefly flashes again when it turns off, just because the signals are of different lengths. Which is probably fine. So now I actually need to... So it should actually be sweeping up the eggs automatically, shouldn't it? Okay, so it tries to grab the egg and it doesn't quite work. I also need to set this to a limit. There's no way of doing that. So I want it to only pick up 1 egg. How do I do that? Let's try setting this to 2 seconds and see what happens. Okay, let's try setting this to 10 seconds. So it's picking up loads of eggs, and then it's immediately dropping them. So I need one of these that I can set to 2 kilograms. Oh, Christ. How am I going to do that? Okay. No, that's not going to work. I was going to try and load it with like 998 kilograms of sand and then sort of let only 1 egg on at a time. But that's not going to work, is it? Crap. Is this something we can research, maybe? I mean, there's conveyor element sensors, conveyor rail sensors. I don't think they're very helpful for what we need to do. I just need a... I don't want to get a mod for this, because that feels like cheating. Well, what I could do is I could fill it up with sand. I could put exactly 1 egg in it. I could then fill it with sand. I could then drop the egg, and I could then set it up on a loop that will filter out the sand. But no, that's not going to work, because it's going to keep trying to load the sand, and it's not going to go on. How the actual crap do I do this? You know what? I think I'm actually gonna have a think about this and solve it off off screen, because I don't want to just sit here thinking all the time. And I think we've done a pretty decent job. Like, we've got the sulfur distributed, and we just need to figure out how to automatically fill up with eggs. But I don't think that's a puzzle I'm gonna solve on camera. So I'm gonna head out. But thanks for watching. And I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, with the conclusion to this. So I will see you later. And on YouTube, I'll upload this part, but there will be a part 2 where I continue this. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye for now. God damn it. I've actually figured it out what I need to do. Okay, like... okay. I can explain. Alright, what we need to do is we just need to put a meter on there. We need to set up the meter to grab the egg, grab a single egg that's loaded during the pulse. All the other eggs get dropped on the floor in the room. That should work. And I didn't think about it because the meter was grayed out because we've got all the plastic queued up for something. Right, okay. Apologies for apologies for the bait and switch. The video will continue if you're watching this on YouTube. Right. So we have plastic now. So what we need to do is we need to make a conveyor meter. And that can go up here. So I just keep deleting all these ceiling moldings. I knew there was a way to do this because I've done something like this before with a freezer. With one of these meter things. So connect an automation grid to automatically turn material transfer off. So I don't think we need to set the... Yeah, we can set this somehow. So what this will do is the stuff will be loaded in here. It will then go in here. This is the output line. So we'll put a bridge on here. But if the quantity has been exceeded, it will go down here. Deconstruct these. And then it will just get dumped again. Up here. And we can hook it up like this. And we can bridge across here. Right, that should work. I'll be very interested to see if this works. It's still daytime. I don't know why I thought it was nighttime. Yeah, you can keep building that. I've got hiccups now. I feel like some of you are pretending to do it without actually using the gun. It's an amusing glitch. But yeah, we're ending up with a lot of meat. And people are absolutely going to be cooking the meat. We have loads of tables down here. And people shouldn't be doing too much else. What's going on? We got naphtha. Not 100% sure how that's ended up happening. The plastic is... Not too hot. I don't know. I'm not really concerned about that. It's nice having a bit of naphtha occasionally. Yeah, it's good having a nice stockpile of meat anyways. Only thing is, it's not actually going to the... It's not... This food isn't going to the freezer, so we need to set that up as well. Okay, well, we can do that. That works pretty well for that. And then we'll just have some conveyor loaders. We can put one under here and that will work. Although I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to do this. So this is... So there's two loaders. This one is grabbing eggs, which we don't care about. This one is grabbing... Oh yeah, that one's grabbing sucrose, and this one is grabbing eggs and edibles. So we want to hook it onto this line. So these ones can come down here. I know this one isn't very neat. Okay. What is there? Oh yeah, that's for the cooked fish. Well, that's for the fish meat to come out there. Yeah, that's fine. So they built everything except the meter. Okay, that is fine. There'll be a way to... Yeah, we'll have to set this to reset somehow. That's fine. I feel like I've absolutely overcomplicated this, but at this point I'm just in it to see where it actually works. So skills. Let's see, Meep, you can have operating. Travado, tidying. There you go. Harold is just chilling out. Balloon. he's certainly not doing anything else. He's just hanging out with the balloon. Oh, he's just giving... people are meeting him and getting balloons. Yeah, I see. That is fine. I'm going to be relieved if this actually works. Still got a little bit of automation wire that needs to be built there. This does not seem to be... So that should be sending a green signal if below 6. That should be sending a green signal if below 6, but it's currently sending loads of green signals. This one. Okay, this hasn't quite worked. So this one's green, which is making the whole line green, but it's also turning all of these on. So what I need to do... What I need to do is split the signal somehow. Because I need to make sure this line is independent of this line. Is there like a way of sending a one-way signal? Right, so this has turned out to be way more complicated than I thought it would be. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Just a second. Sorry about that. This has been a really interrupted stream today, apologies. Right. Because we need a specific chute to open for the room. And is there a way of doing this without just having 2 critter sensors? I mean, I guess what I could actually do is I could put a second critter sensor down here that's set to the same thing. But I feel like that's not the correct answer. However, there is one space available, and it's the only solution I can actually think of that works. So... I think that's what we do. We disconnect all of these. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Right. I think this technically makes sense. This has become a bit more time-consuming than I thought it would be. Yay. So... we also... So we need to disconnect this line. These. There's no signal shut-off thing, is there? Like, because what I'm looking for is basically something like a power shut-off, where it's just one way. I don't think that's what any of these things are. And I don't think that's what any of these things are. No, I think I just need two different circuits that are independently controlled by the same parameters. So let's just keep trying that. So we'll put the critter sensor here. Set this to the same settings. Okay. So what I can then do is I can deconstruct that. Why go like this? Yeah, I guess I'll just do it like this for all of them. So, deconstruct these. Yeah, there you go. Then this wire can go down here. Just extend this across. I'm beginning to think perhaps I should have done some research on what other people have done, because this is definitely not the best way of doing it. I think this does work, so let's priority 9 all of this. Okay. How's the sulfur line looking? So this bit here is backing up, so the sulfur's not being consumed too quickly, which is reassuring. It's probably going to take you a while to grab all that lead, isn't it? The perennial problem. I'm hoping that's not going to activate the critter sensor. It looks like these are getting built somewhat quickly, though. Okay. So it's literally just these things that are being built. That is fine. Sulfur is staying at a reasonable temperature. Just good to see. Yeah, this room has cooled down a lot. In fact, the insulated tile has cooled down a lot. Which is interesting. I wouldn't have thought we'd have had such an effect of chilling the tile. Whatever's happening here must be transferring some of its heat into the tile. In fact, that's probably why I thought this was so efficient at deleting heat. It wasn't deleting the heat, it was trying to heat the insulated tile. How interesting. Oh, we're now missing a grub in there. Okay. There you go. Have a grub. So these should all have the same settings. Okay, let's speed to it because I just want to see this actually be done. Yeah, sorry, I haven't meant the tonight's stream to be so interrupted. It's not usually like this. Thought it was going to be an easy project, and it's something that I haven't had any experience with doing. So you can get exosuit training. Yeah, that's fine. So the meter needs power. So there you go. And the limit is in kilograms, I presume, so I'll set this to 2 units. So what I need it to do is I need to reset it when the signal turns red again. So that would be a... So this means the room is still empty. When the room has an egg, it turns off and the meter resets. So I think I can literally just hook this up like this. That would be very interesting to see. Blimey. How many critters we got in here after all that murdering? We've still got 300. Most of which I presume are eggs at this point. And we have some dudes in here. So you guys can get attacked. So it looks like a lot of ranches are empty at the moment, so maybe actually instead of doing that, we can wrangle them. Just for now. There we go, that should do. And I don't think there's too much more building that needs to be done. But what I just need to make sure is that those 2 critter centers are both doing the same output for each room. Yeah, because we're going to have the egg repository in here for now, but we're going to need to move this out of the base and have this somewhere else where it can access all 4 of these blocks. So I'll have a think about that another time. So if I go back to automation mode... Make sure these are all set. Oh, these aren't done yet. I might as well wait until they're all done. Shouldn't be too long. Now getting these wires built. It's quite satisfying just watching the watching all the switches flip. Although I guess it's just the weight plates. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's just the one more that's needed. Who's coming to do this? May. There you are. Okay. Someone else is presumably going to come build that. Probably you. Okay, not bad. Right. So. All the rooms are full. No, they're not. We need... Oh, these need to be set to 6. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, so that line is now red, which means all the rooms are full. But if a single room is empty, the line flicks on. Okay, I'm glad we didn't have to set up a load of gates for that. And now the conveyor unit is set up as well. So let's test this thing. So if we flip this, this will load with eggs for 10 seconds. It's not long enough. So 20 seconds? Yeah, keep grabbing the eggs. So that was loaded with about 8 eggs. So there's one sweeter egg in there. Why isn't this... Why isn't that working? So it reset. So it seems to continuously reset it if it's receiving a green signal. So what that means is I need it to reset once everything's passed through. So I need another buffer gate here. I need a buffer gate here. I need a not gate and a buffer gate. A not gate and a buffer gate. So it outputs a green signal for an amount of time after the input receives a red signal. Is that correct? What I need this to do is I need it to pulse green after this pulses green. So what I actually need to do is I just need a... No, I can just use a single filter gate. So if that receives... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just need a separate filter gate here. And I can set this to reset this. Once it's stopped loading. And I may even just be able to reuse this one, but for now I'm going to build a separate one. Just to see if it works. So let's try it. In the meantime, we'll keep wrangling guys. But I do not want to keep wrangling guys until the end of time, because it's not exactly thrilling for you guys either. So who's going to build this? Frankie. Yeah, I guess all the lead is really far away. Yes, I know the Raj is open. Why do they keep getting triggered? So... Just need to wrangle the guys. Anyways, who's building this? This has been very thought-intensive today. Right, so that has been built. So let's test this again. So, what I want is... I want to send one egg through. So if I flip this switch, what happens? Well, first of all, let's set this to 20. So this will let me time how long it takes to load it with eggs. So that took about 18 seconds to load it with eggs. So that wasn't the quite the right amount. So what I actually need to do is I need to set the... filter gate up here to slightly longer. So I want it to be after the pulse is finished, so... Oh, and now that's activated, so... It's just bypassed the eggs back into this room. Wait. What? Why are they dancing? Okay, that's fine. So those eggs get dumped back off into that room. So now, if I activate this, what happens? So it loads it with eggs for a while. It then sends the eggs in through there. Oh, hold on. That didn't work. I needed to reset the amount. Oh, that's interesting. So each egg counts as one unit. Okay, that makes sense in retrospect. So we'll send one egg at a time. Okay, so let's turn this off again. That's fine. Let's try again one more time. It's quite satisfying actually doing something decently complex with automation. So it delivers the eggs. It delivers a single egg. And all the others get sent back. Except these, because the pulse wasn't long enough. So that needs to be set to... So that needs to be set to 40 seconds. What's overheating? Oh, transformer, okay. Yeah, we need to periodically replace these with iron ones. And I need to make sure to remember not to change them. Or not to just leave them unchanged, rather. I mean, the actual answer would be just putting some cooling in this place, but I don't really feel like it. I'm very happy to be doing this on your night shift. There we go. We'll get that built fairly quickly. So we need another sweet ore. Okay. Let's try this again. So the signal's going to go through. It's going to load one lot of eggs onto the loader, into the meter. It's going to let exactly one egg through. Then all the other eggs are going to get sent the other way. And then that resets. So that sent exactly one egg through the loop. So that egg is going down here. That will find any of these that are open. And it will drop the egg in. Oh, I've discovered a big issue with this. So the issue with doing this is that there's two different types of eggs. There's sweetle eggs and there's grub eggs. So I think we solved that with sensors. So conveyor rail element sensor. Oh, we can't fit them. No. I don't think there's any way around that one. Oh, is there? There is. We could put a conveyor... Oh, we're going to have to tear up this wire and replace it. Hmm. Yeah, I think we just do that. Man, that's going to be annoying. So... Oh. Right, so deconstruct all of these. Flip this off. We're just going to move the whole spine. We're going to have to rejig the conveyor as well. But we can make it work. Oh, no, we can't. The auto sweeper's there. We can't put it on top of the auto sweeper. Right. Okay. How do we do this then? I think we literally just put a sensor in here somehow. I have two different lines. I think that's literally what we have to do. Oh my god. It's backed up. It's backed up with the excess eggs. Christ. Okay, well this one is fairly simple. We just hook it up there. No. I do this. Okay. But what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to send grub eggs up one way. And the other thing's down the other way. I need to do that with 3 tiles. So what I actually need to do is I need to clear this. I need to put a sensor here and then a shutoff here. So deconstruct. I'm glad I left all this free space up here. Jesus. This is bad. This is becoming a very spaghetti solution. Yeah, that means we're going to need another conveyor line. So it's only going to be letting 1 egg out. If it's a sweetle egg, it will go down here. If it's a grub egg, it will go up here. So that can go there. And that can just be wired here. Good grief. So then, if it's a grub egg, we'll go up here. So the other thing is, right, this can just be terminated here. And that will be the grub line. No. I'm getting tired. But I'm determined to see this through. So then that can go like this. And then this is the top of the sweeter line, so I can go like that. Right. Build all the stuff, please. And then we can just set this to grub egg. There we go. Well, at least we didn't have to do any research. So we've got another mechatronics engineer. That's certainly helpful at the moment. You can also go for that. Hmm. We've ended up with a lot of natural gas in here from venting this oil well. I suppose it's not really a problem. Where's the leaky oil fissure? Oh, that's here, so that's still leaking oil into here. That's fine. So it's been too cold for these pinch peppers the whole time. Because the oxygen has been going in this area and the oxygen is cooled. That's fine. Yeah, I imagine you guys are just grabbing a load of iron. Hmm. So who's doing this? Yeah, lots of people doing lots of things. I think this should actually work now, though. Like, I'm gonna just try and run it for a few cycles and see what happens. Oh, are you still consuming phosphorite, even though... Yeah, you're not growing. Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay, can we just uproot all of these? Thank you. Like, we have phosphorite, but I don't want to just waste it on plants that aren't growing. The thimble reed's working, so we are consuming the polluted water. That was the purpose of that whole setup. Yeah, so now the conveyor line is backing up. The eggs are moving through. We shouldn't have too many eggs going through here. So I don't think this will cramp these guys out too much. Because it's just sulfur and sucrose in these lines. But now those eggs are just going to be dropped back off. Right, let's speed to it. I want to get this setup working. I guess we never actually did need these chutes here. So we can deconstruct these. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. People using these showers? Yeah, they are. That's good. So we need to set these... I get the feeling there's a lot of food rotting here. Because I forgot about it. So let's set these to the same settings. So now all the food will be swept away if it's cooked. And some of that will be stale, but still edible. You know what? I'll take some extra food. It's funny, that printing pod doesn't quite reach the... that auto sweeper doesn't quite reach the center of the printing pod. I think we're pretty much there though. Like it ended up being complicated, but I think it does work. And obviously the correct answer would be to have the conveyors with the eggs not run through the ranches. From a cramped point of view, but they aren't going to be carrying eggs a lot of the time. The main one that is carrying the eggs out of the ranches is not going to be functioning, so there'll only be one egg at a time going through this line. So that's fine. So we just need them to literally build these conveyor lines, which they are doing. Still have some more skills. I always have skills. Everyone needs skills. Building. Ranching. There you go. Yeah, you may as well deconstruct those as well. We did replace that power transformer, so that's good. Right, and now we just need some iron. Yeah, there we go. I shudder to think about how much iron has been spent on this. And I mean, ultimately we're not going to have all this here anyways, because we're going to want to put this in a drowning chamber, so that any alive critters can be disposed of automatically. But that can wait. At least this means we won't have to randomly wrangle them now. Right, okay, so construction is done. So that should now work. So let's test it. So none of the ranches is open at the moment, which is correct. So let's make some openings, and there's an extra egg being moved at the moment. Okay. So let's make some openings and see if it gets sorted correctly. So we'll attack one. We'll attack one. then what we'll do is we'll actually pliers this, and we'll connect it to the main line. So now there should be a dead crook and a dead sweetle. Yeah, so the two ranches have become active. So now the line is green. So this is... Oh, sorry, excuse me. Right, so we have two different eggs that are being needed at the same time. So this is probably going to be a bit of an unusual case, but I think it should still work. So that is now hooked up. The pulse activates and it starts sweeping eggs. There should be a mix of eggs, hopefully. The eggs get delivered, or the one egg gets delivered. So that is a sweetle egg. All the other eggs end up going through here. And now the reset port is active. So the problem with that is... So first of all, let's see. So the sweetle egg is going to the right place. There is one ranch that is open. So that egg will go all the way up over here. That'll take a while, but it'll do it. The issue is that because there's another one that needs doing, is the line hasn't disconnected. So what I need it to do is I need it to briefly interrupt this signal if it's still active. So we're going to require more stuff. We can leave it set like this for now. Actually, no, let's... Yeah, let's leave it on for now. So... So the only question is, how do I get it to send a red pulse on this line if there's still a green signal? So what I could do is I could have a NOT gate. I could have a NOT gate here. Have a NOT gate and a ZOR gate or something. And gate. I think my brain is literally too broke for this. I'm going to come back tomorrow with the solution to this part of the problem, but it's mostly solved. It's just not going to work in a case where there's multiple hat rooms empty at once, which we can fix. So I will be back tomorrow for real this time. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.